And it's so funny because it's only an issue if you're like a little worried about your own sexuality. It's only an issue if you're genuinely concerned about communism. You like the weekend? Thank a union for that. Thank some communists for that. Okay. Important update: Bad Bunny or like-alike. Oh yeah, I saw this. Bad Bunny, he looks amazing, and I don't know why people were talking about this like it's a big own or something. Her body is tea. Her body is tea, and y'all are jealous. This is the thing that I find to be so stupid. People will constantly be like, "Oh, dude, you did drag." It's like, so did everybody in America at some point. Okay, it's like back in the day, I feel like men used to do this and it was not a problem. And then one day, people just decided it's actually a really shameful incident. Like, we became more insecure. I mean, look, JD Vance did it. I mean, this is obviously a gross version of that. It's not a very good instance of drag, but like, who cares? You know what I mean? Why do you make such a big deal out of this? I don't understand it. I don't. It's just like so much. We have become more insecure as a nation. Okay. And one of my favorite things is like, people will constantly talk about, people will constantly bring this up. Cause like I personally have done it a bunch of times. Like, you know, I did the Cat Girl Cafe shit, right? Like the maid cafe shit. And like, it's ironic because a bunch of like Dick Tone fans and a bunch of Asmongold fans will post that under my replies. And it's like, dog, your daddy also did it. You know what I mean? Like, your daddy has done it too. Asmongold has done drag. Rape Tone has done drag. It's just like, what is this? I don't get it. My MAGA 6'6" football lineman dad is in his high school yearbook in drag for a pep rally. He looked really pretty. Yeah, this was, I mean, look at glam bands in the 80s, obviously, like hair metal and shit. Like, dudes were hitting the androgyny lines like aggressively back in the day. Only now it's become this like big issue for a lot of people. And it's so funny because it's only an issue if you're like a little worried about your own sexuality. It's only an issue if you're genuinely concerned about your own personal sexual proclivities. Like, it's just a reflection of insecurity. When I see someone make a big deal about drag, I very quickly realize like, this is a person who's, friendly fire. Yeah. Does this look appropriate for little kids on Xbox? PlayStation has allowed Twitch and Discord not be monitored on all platforms and systems. Daily, your children are being radicalized by these goons like Hasan the Hun. Dude, might want to do your homework on this one. It was not for kids, and it wasn't on any platforms you listed except Twitch as a joke. Asmongold is the #1 political streamer, and he's a conservative. Again, I know you're on a quest, but doing your due diligence should be a part of the process. That's so funny. They're like, Asmongold is fighting the same fight we are, bro. Yeah, this guy saw Asmongold and drag and thought it was me, I guess. Yeah, friendly fire. Switch off, sir. This is one of our targets. Bad Bunny is a Super Bowl halftime show. Too bad I won't be watching. Yep, exactly. Anyway. Man, you got to delete Twitter off the phone, dog. I mean, truly, I do have to delete it for sure. Yeah, no, I saw this one. Exactly. Imagine having this as your leader, someone who dresses like a French maid. And then it's just like, you know, like, it doesn't make sense. Everyone's done this shit. It's not just personal insecurity. Trans femininity is also a threat to patriarchy inherently, which is partially why the Christian nationalist movement is so threatened by it. Yeah, no, I agree. Well, there's a couple different avenues here. Gender, and the way that people understand it, is one of the only associations, one of the only cultural signifiers that people have that isn't directly tied back to a commodity, even though it can be reflected in the commodities that you purchase. So a lot of people have this like super strong opinion on the binary, rigid, antiquated understanding of gender, and they think it's like a remnant of their biology, and not simply like something that is not rigid, not binary, even on the physical side, even on the biological side. And it's certainly not that when it comes to gender being a social construct, right? It's anti-intellectualism, and it's fear of the unknown, and it's also just like a fear that people have about the world changing around them in real time in ways that they can't understand. So it is what it is. But I think that for many people, because they have such a strong association with their gender, such strong associations with like who they are as a person is like defined by their gender, and the way that they understand gender as a rigid binary construct, they lose their fucking minds when a person existing in the real world breaks that binary in real time. God forbid, especially if it's someone that they want to fuck. Okay? God forbid, especially if it's someone that they find to be like sexually attractive. Oh my God, they lose their goddamn minds. That's why you see so many people who are transphobic, like outwardly transphobic and insane. They got trans on the brain all the time. Also be chasers, like the Alex Jones of the world, like Nick Fuentes. Like these people are like that. But it is what it is, you know? For me, it still stems from a crisis of insecurity. If you're insecure about who you are, and you constantly have to like put on this performance, this outward performance, which is ironically exactly what gender is. But if you constantly feel the need to put on this like outward performance of violence because that's how you have decided you can just like tell everybody how masculine you are, then you become a conservative. That's the insecurity at the heart of a lot of reactionary sentiment. That's why a lot of young men find themselves in the throes of reactionary commentary. Are you for the dolls? I'm for everybody. I don't have an issue with anybody. Okay. Like that's I've said this day one. Like I'm agnostic to all this shit. As long as I care more about people's output. I care more about like what people do. Okay. I care more about what people do rather than who they are. Like what people choose to do about their in their personal lives is not my business. I don't give a shit. As long as they're not hurting anybody, I don't care. And I don't understand why people make it their business all the goddamn time. It's like annoying. You're nosy and annoying. Fucking deal with your own shit. You know what I mean? That's what this country used to be about. Dealing with your own goddamn shit. You're tearing relationships apart. What is this? Accidentally said Hasan reposted my TikTok in front of my man and his friends. Oh no.
You deserve better. Get you rich as fuck. We need to get you a Porsche. No, we need to get you a Lamborghini. We need to get you involved in the community. We get you 1.1 million followers. Do you know the Nelk Boys? Have you ever hung out?
No.
Then you're not friends.
I never said we were friends.
Well, why won't you block him then?
That's so funny. It's Victoria Hammett. I'm reposting this too. Uh-oh. This is more common than you might think. I've seen this happen IRL. I mean, this is the perfect boyfriend. Like the type of dude who can make jokes about this. This is once again a boyfriend who is so confident in their relationship that it's like understandably not an issue at all. So much so that they can like literally make jokes about it. Respect. You know, this is exactly the type of boyfriend you must have. Oh, this is the friend. Sorry. This is the boyfriend's friend. Which one's the boyfriend? The one who's on the couch?
Do you know the Nelk Boys?
I mean, he's handsome as hell. I just let you sleep with my girlfriend and I know she's still loyal. Bro, that's crazy. Okay. That's maybe a little too much. Okay. Maybe that's a little bit too much. Okay. Calm down now. My sneaky link crushes on you, but I low-key look like mini you, so I'm not pressed. Okay. Everybody calm down. This is exactly, bro, What we are just talking about right now, what we're talking about right now at this very instance is unironically like 98% of the resentment that young men have towards me, okay? We need to dial it back. Shh, just keep it in the back pocket, okay? I'm not even kidding. Half of the fucking reason why people have, I've realized like for years and years, I tried to identify where this resentment was coming from. And unfortunately, it's much dumber than you would think. It's not because like these people have well-defined ideological positions and they find me to be a threat to that. In many instances, it's just like, I don't like that he has a lot of nice things. Like, fuck that guy. He must be faking it. He's a grifter. And also stupid, sexy Hasan. Half the time it's stupid, sexy Hasan. Why won't he fuck me? Or the other half of the time it's stupid, sexy Hasan. Why do all the girls like him? That's literally it. Sometimes both. And of course, throw in unlimited illiteracy into the pile, and then you arrive at why people are the way that they are. I found out that my best friend doesn't like you. Turns out it's not your looks or politics, it's your fashion, Lamau. I know a lot of people hate my fashion, but like, I mean, I'm just wearing normal shit. Like, what the fuck is this? What's the problem here? What, can a man not wear a fucking flannel anymore in the middle of fall? What the hell? My fashion has gotten so much better, bro. It's gotten so much better over the years. Give me a break. You live in LA, what, fall? Bro, it's cold in here. It's like sub 70. Calm down. The band Dying Wish name dropped you on the Downbeat podcast. They're big fans, it seems. Hell yeah. You wear normal shit at home is when you go out that you look stupid. Wait, what? They want that skinny jean plus flats Andrew Tate look, Lamau.